What's up? It's your boy, the Geeky Gangsta here, coming guys today with another video. And guys, it is currently the World Cup, and we are going to be representing all 48 nations in the World Cup on the day of their first group stage game. And in today's video, we're going to be representing Turkey. Yeah, let's just get right into the game and right into the epic facts about Turkey. If you guys don't know how this works, basically we're going to be playing a 3v3 game of Rocket League. If we win in this game, that means Turkey will win their first group stage game. If we go into overtime, that means their first game will end in a draw. And if we lose, unfortunately, that does mean Turkey will lose in real life. Don't ask me how that possibly works. It just does work. This game has a direct correlation to how they perform in real life, guys. Trust me on this. No, so Turkey is a 99% Islamic country. That actually is the only country on Earth that is officially in two different continents. It is on, it's like 97% in Asia, and I think it's Asia, and then 3% in Europe as well. But that 3% counts. It is the only country on Earth that is officially listed as being in two different continents, which is pretty interesting. However, despite being 99% Muslim today, if you've ever received presents on Christmas for being a good boy, a good little Christian Catholic boy that believes in Santa Claus, you have Turkey to think about that, to think for that, because Saint Nicholas was actually originally from Turkey. He was a Turkish priest. If you had to be an outside dog or an outside cat, Turkey would be the country to be homeless in, because if you're a homeless dog or a homeless cat in Turkey, you can basically consider yourself not homeless. The entire population will pet you and feed you, and street cats are treated gold. Goal for Turkey. Turkey is on the board. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game. But street cats are treated like absolute royalty in Turkey, so they don't have it too bad after all. Turkey is also well known for having a massive tea culture. You'll be offered tea every single time you enter somebody's household, and a lot of people go to the cafes for tea, and tea is by far more popular than coffee in Turkey. It's also home of the baklava, which is a pretty common dessert outside of the US, in Europe especially. Baklava, and in the Arab world, baklava is an extremely common Greek-Turkish dessert, but it was invented in Turkey. Dude, if you're an American and you haven't had baklava, I would recommend Googling your local gyro shop and seeing if they sell baklava there, because let me tell you, they knew what they were doing when they made that one. It is pretty good. Of course, you know, I'm a heavier set man myself, so I think a lot of desserts are really good. But no, actually that's not true. I'm a picky eater. I'm not a big pie person at all. Unfortunately, the opposing nation has scored a goal, but I actually don't like the flavors of a lot of popular desserts. But baklava is a layered dessert that you guys have got to try if you've never tried baklava before. Turkey, it has one of the most established histories out of any modern day nation, dating back thousands of years to the Ottoman Empire, and also the Hagia Sophia, which is one of the oldest worship buildings on Earth. It used to be Orthodox Christian, and now it's been transformed, or I think it was either Catholic or Orthodox. I'm not 100% sure. I think it was actually Catholic, but now it's been transformed into a mosque. But it's one of the biggest worship sites on Earth, and it's also one of the oldest still standing worship sites on Earth, the Hagia Sophia. Unfortunately, the opposing nation has scored back-to-back goals, putting them up 3-1. So now, Turkey, we have some work cut out for us. Trying to focus and see if we can't lead a comeback. I saw something that oil wrestling is extremely famous. So basically, they oil themselves up and then wrestle each other, which makes it like slippery and fun. Oh man, no homo, no sus, bro. They're all Muslims. You have to remember this. Turkey is 100% straight. There's no homo at all in Turkey. Homosexuality, I believe, is illegal in Turkey. It has to be. Come on, go! Let me look at this oil wrestling thing. Oil wrestling. Men oil up, wear leather pants, and wrestle for 40 minutes. It was apparently invented like 700 years ago and is still around today, and is actually protected culture by UNESCO! Go! Turkey ties it up. There's no gender in Turkey, so maybe they're the hair transplant capital of the world. Everybody flies to Turkey in order to get hair transplants because it's cheap and very modern there. So, oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! MashaAllah, brother! Subhanallah! Alhamdulillah, brother! Turkey has taken the lead with 1 second left in this game. It is a miracle from Allah. MashaAllah! Alhamdulillah! Turkey will win their first group stage game. Wow! 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 I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!